Ohio's race for governor is getting more crowded tonight. Right now, there are 3 GOP candidates looking to take over John Kasich's position. Attorney General Mike DeWine running on a ticket that has the Secretary of State John Husted. And as would be the lieutenant governor. U.S. Representative Jim Renacci also running, and Lieutenant Governor Mary Taylor running on the Republican ticket. On the Democratic ticket, former State Representative Connie Pillich, State Senator Joe Schiavone, former U.S. Representative Betty Sutton, and Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley. And now a 5th Democratic candidate has entered the race. In an announcement that funders and party watchers had been predicting, former consumer watchdog Richard Cordray made it official earlier today. NBC4's Dan Perlman joining us now in the studio with his message to Ohio voters today. Dan?
Well, today Richard Cordray said as President Obama's term was winding down, the president told him to keep fighting. Now it officially appears he will bring that fight as a candidate home to Ohio. At Lily's kitchen table in his hometown Grove City, Richard Cordray greeted supporters. He made it official.
And I'm announcing today that I'm running to be the next governor for the state of Ohio.
Cordray, the former Ohio treasurer and attorney general, most recently served as the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's first director. He says his campaign will focus on what he is calling the kitchen table issues.
Like the cost of health care and college, how to find that better job, and how to be able to save for retirement.
Cordray enters an already crowded Democratic field, the party's 5th candidate for governor at the state's party headquarters.
I actually think it's healthy.
Chair David Pepper is pleased with what he sees.
You know, sometimes primaries can be uncomfortable for people, but in this case, I think where we have good candidates who are on message, it actually helps project what Democrats are about all over the state.
Voters, the ones who gathered today in Grove City,
I liked everything he has done as a public servant.
Say Cordray is their man, a man who did not get into specifics, but emphasized his sights are set on improving the lives of the Ohio worker.
I have lots of thoughts. There'll be plenty of time for all of this about what I could do as governor to improve their lives and understand and focus on how we can make their lives better.
And Cordray says even though he worked in Washington for 6 years, he traveled home every weekend. At 6, I'll have more on why he says he never became part of what he calls a creature of Washington. Live in the studio, Dan Perlman, NBC4.
Thank you, Dan. In a